How would I love my worm wife? I'll tell you right now. Less and less over time.
We decided to answer this
one
question.
does not grow closer to a worm.
I just to give a little context. We get asked this. I mean, this question like went viral at some point.
Oh,
you're saying
inundated.
that less and less over time.
I would love her less and less over time because that's just the nature of worm relationships, I believe. So she was who she's been up until this point to me. Like she's been a full human, and then she just became a worm. Yeah. So like we have the history.
But this is why I reject the premise of the question. Because you don't have the history if she becomes a worm. She doesn't have the history anymore. She's a worm brain. And so she can only experience things that worms can experience. And so I'm not going to give myself to my worf.
Hey, I know what you're saying.
My worm wife, otherwise known as a worf, in the same way that I gave myself in all capacities to my human wife because she can't experience anything that a worm can't experience.
So she doesn't act like the little inchworm on Sesame Street? That
No.
guy has a lot of personality.
If she's a conscious worm, then we've got a different story. But let me just go with the first option, which is she just becomes an actual worm.
Okay.
At that point, I'm sorry. I know it was my wife. Now it's a worm.
Is she going fishing?
Exactly. I want her to go out in style, and I want her to serve a purpose, you know?
For you.
And so I'm gonna catch a big ass bass with her and eat that bass.